Did you know that nearly half of the world's population is living in poverty, struggling to make ends meet, and barely making enough to survive? In this video, we're going to reveal the top 10 things that poor people waste their money on. We'll also explain why these things are a waste of money So if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck and want to learn how to make your money go further, then stick around. You won't want to miss this. Let's get started. We've all heard the old adage, you can't win if you don't play. But for many people, the pursuit of a big payday can become a dangerous addiction. And when you're living on a tight budget, throwing money away on lottery tickets and other forms of gambling can be a serious financial drain. While it may seem harmless to spend a few dollars here and there on lottery tickets, the truth is that the odds of winning are slim to none. In fact, you're more likely to be struck by lightning than to win the lottery. And when you add up all those small purchases over time, the money wasted can add up to thousands of dollars. Lottery tickets are essentially a tax on people who are bad at math, says Jane Smith, a financial planner with over 20 years of experience. It's important to remember that the lottery is designed to make money for the state, not for the players. The odds are stacked against you, and the chances of winning are infinitesimal. But the lure of the big payoff can be too much for some people to resist. And when you're already struggling to make ends meet, the temptation to take a chance on a lottery ticket can be especially strong. It's important to remember, however, that in the long run, you're much more likely to lose money than to win it. And it's not just the lottery that can be a problem. Other forms of gambling, such as casinos, online poker, and sports betting, can also be a huge drain on your finances. The rush of adrenaline that comes from the possibility of a big win can be addictive, and it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and lose track of how much you're actually spending. Welcome to our video about the top 10 things that the poor waste their money on. In this segment, we'll be discussing the second item on our list, cigarettes and other tobacco products. It's no secret that smoking is bad for your health, but did you know that it's also a major drain on your finances? According to the American Lung Association, the average cost of a pack of cigarettes in the United States is around $6.28. For a pack-a-day smoker, that adds up to almost $2,300 a year. For many people, that's a significant amount of money that could be put towards necessities like rent, food, or healthcare. Yet, the addictive nature of nicotine can make it incredibly difficult to quit smoking, and many people continue to spend money on cigarettes even when they can't afford it. But cigarettes aren't the only tobacco product that can drain your wallet. Smokeless tobacco, cigars, and other tobacco products can also be quite expensive. And the costs go beyond just the purchase price. Smoking can also lead to other health problems that can be costly to treat, such as lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke. Furthermore, tobacco companies specifically target low-income communities with marketing efforts. They know that people in poverty are more likely to smoke, so they spend more money on advertising in those areas. This has led to a cycle of addiction and poverty for many individuals and families. Welcome back to our list of 10 things that the poor waste money on. So far, we've covered lottery tickets and tobacco products. Next up, we have another common vice that can drain a person's finances: alcohol and other substances. According to a study by the National Bureau of Economic Research, the bottom fifth of income earners in the United States spends over 4% of their income on alcohol alone, compared to the top fifth, who spend just 2.5%. This means that those with the lowest incomes are spending almost twice as much of their earnings on alcohol than those with higher incomes. And it's not just the direct cost of drugs and alcohol that can hurt a person's finances. Substance abuse can also lead to job loss, legal trouble, and health problems that require expensive medical care. All of these consequences can contribute to a cycle of poverty that can be difficult to break. Many people believe that wearing designer clothing is a way to show off their status and wealth. However, for those living in poverty, buying brand name or designer clothing is often a waste of money. The truth is, there is little functional difference between a $10 t-shirt and a $100 designer t-shirt. In fact, studies have shown that many designer items are actually of lower quality than their less expensive counterparts. So, why are people willing to pay such exorbitant prices? The answer lies in the power of branding and marketing. Fashion companies use carefully crafted advertising campaigns to convince consumers that their products are worth the high price tag. They create a sense of exclusivity and desire around their brand, leading people to believe that owning their products will make them feel more important or fashionable. But it's not just the high price tag that makes these items a waste of money. Designer clothing is also highly subject to trends and can quickly go out of style. People may spend hundreds of dollars on a designer piece, only to find that it's no longer fashionable a year later. Instead of focusing on brand name and designer clothing, it's important to prioritize practicality and affordability. There are many ways to find stylish and functional clothing without breaking the bank. Secondhand stores, discount retailers, and online marketplaces are great options for finding affordable clothing. Additionally, investing in quality basics that can be mixed and matched can help build a versatile and practical wardrobe. Do you ever find yourself stopping by a fast food restaurant on the way home from work or grabbing a bag of chips to snack on during the day? Fast food and unhealthy snacks not only have a detrimental effect on your health, but also on your wallet. The convenience and low cost of these foods may seem attractive, but the long-term cost is much higher than you may realize. Many people don't realize how much they spend on fast food and unhealthy snacks until they see the impact on their finances. These small purchases add up over time and can significantly impact your ability to save and invest in your future. Cooking at home and planning your meals in advance can save you a lot of money in the long run. By purchasing fresh ingredients and cooking your own meals, you can not only save money, but also improve your health and well-being. Next time you're at the grocery store, take a few extra minutes to compare prices and choose healthier options. By making small changes in your daily habits, you can improve your finances and your health. Welcome to this video on 10 things that people waste money on. In this part, we will be discussing the financial drain caused by paying for unnecessary subscription services, such as cable TV or streaming services. Nowadays, it's easier than ever to access various subscription services, but it's also easy to overlook the cost of these services when signing up. Many people subscribe to multiple streaming services, such as Netflix, Disney+, Amazon Prime Video, and others. On top of that, cable TV packages can be incredibly expensive, often costing hundreds of dollars per month. While these services can be entertaining and provide a source of relaxation, they can also be a significant financial burden. Many people end up paying for services they barely use or are not even aware they are paying for. Think about it. When was the last time you watched every single show or movie available on your streaming service? Chances are there are many shows and movies you have no interest in watching, yet you continue to pay for the service every month. And even if you do watch a lot of content, is it really worth the monthly fee? So, while entertainment is important, it's essential to keep track of your subscriptions and their costs. Avoid paying for services you barely use or are not interested in. By taking control of your subscriptions and canceling those that are unnecessary, you can save money and put it towards more important things, such as paying off debt, saving for the future, or investing in yourself. Are you someone who always opts for the latest model of gadgets or appliances? Do you prefer buying brand new clothing and shoes rather than used or refurbished ones? While it may seem like the most sensible choice, it could also be draining your bank account unnecessarily. One of the biggest financial mistakes that people make is purchasing new items when they could get the same quality for a fraction of the price by opting for used or refurbished items. Many individuals fail to realize that just because an item is new, it does not necessarily mean that it is the best option for their finances. Whether it's clothing, electronics, or even cars, you can save a considerable amount of money by considering pre-owned or refurbished items. Not only do they often come at a much lower cost, but they can also be just as reliable and high quality as their brand new counterparts. One of the biggest financial drains on people living in poverty is the burden of high interest loans and credit card debt. The cycle of paying off debt with high interest rates can be a never-ending cycle for those without the means to get out of it. It's easy to fall into the trap of using credit cards to make ends meet, but the interest rates can quickly spiral out of control. Many people living in poverty have no other option, and credit card companies often prey on the vulnerable with sky-high interest rates that are nearly impossible to pay off. By avoiding high-interest loans and credit card debt and seeking out alternative financial solutions, individuals can take control of their financial situation and work towards a brighter, more secure future. We all love a good deal. Who doesn't want to save a few dollars here and there? But for some people, failing to take advantage of discounts and deals can be a real financial drain. You might think that you're saving money by not spending anything at all, but in reality, you're just missing out on opportunities to make your money go further. Let's take a look at some of the ways people miss out on savings. First, there are the discounts that you can get simply by signing up for loyalty programs or newsletters. Many stores and websites offer significant discounts to their loyal customers or those who sign up for their email list. By not taking advantage of these deals, you're essentially throwing money away. So don't miss out on opportunities to save money. Take the time to find discounts and deals and make your money go further. You'll be surprised at how much money you can save just by being a little more proactive. We've all been there, walking down the aisles of a store and seeing something that catches our eye. Maybe it's a new gadget, a piece of clothing, or a snack that we don't need but suddenly feel like we have to have. These impulse purchases can be a real drain on our wallets, and for those living in poverty, they can be the difference between making ends meet or not. Impulse purchases are often made when we're feeling emotional or stressed, and retailers know this. That's why they strategically place certain items in high-traffic areas or near the checkout counter, where our guard is down and we're more likely to make an impulsive purchase. The problem with impulse purchases is that they're not planned for, and they can quickly add up. Before you know it, you've spent all of your disposable income on things you didn't need and don't even use. For those living in poverty, this can be especially damaging as every penny counts, and impulse purchases can throw off their entire budget. It's important to remember that every unnecessary item you purchase is money that could be spent elsewhere, like paying off bills or investing in your future. By taking a few extra minutes to plan your purchases and sticking to your shopping list, you can avoid impulse buys and save money. By being mindful of our spending habits and avoiding impulse purchases and buying items not on our shopping list, we can all work towards a more stable and financially secure future. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, looking at the various ways that people waste their hard-earned money. From gambling and smoking to branding, clothing, and fast food, it's clear that there are plenty of pitfalls to avoid if you want to build a secure financial future. But it's not all doom and gloom. By taking a few simple steps, you can start to save money and put yourself on the path to financial success. By cutting out unnecessary expenses, setting financial goals, and investing in the future, you can make your money work for you instead of the other way around. So whether you're living paycheck to paycheck or simply looking to save a little more each month, remember that every small step you take can make a big difference. By making smart choices and taking control of your finances, you can start to build the life you've always dreamed of. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content on personal finance and money management.